Now, we're going from all those classic Broadway musicals to another title, The Nuts and Bolts of Fury.
What does that
mean?
mean?
What do you think that is? Well, it's a robotics team from Kennedy High School.
Yeah.
And I've got 4 of the robotics Imagineers right here with me right now.
Excellent.
In studio. We're going to find out who they are and find out a bit about a fundraiser and some other things happening. Allison, thank you so very much. David Compar is with us. Did I say it right?
Compare.
I was close. I'm close. David Compare is with us. Morgan Fasinelli.
Yep.
I get that one right?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Matthew Sargent.
Yep.
And Bailey Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very good. Welcome to the program today here at WATR. You are 4 of how many people involved in the robotics crew?
29.
29. And at Kennedy High School, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Are there robotics teams throughout the city?
We have one more in Waterbury. Mm-hmm. It's Crosby High School. They just started up a team this year.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And Waterbury hosts a very exciting district event. They did it last year and again this year. It'll be March 4th through 6th of a number of different competitors from around the area, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tell us, before I get away to your have a pasta dinner fundraiser coming up here, tell us a bit about robotics and what it is you do or what you're designing.
The organization that robotics is part of, it's FRC, First Robotics Competition. We design and build robots for various competitions that they host each year. Some of the things that it encourages is leadership, teamwork. It's the more fundamental morals like that, and that the whole competition tries to get at. While building everything is fun, and while it is a competition, it is trying to build, because in the actual game, there are alliances, and last year we had something called cooperation. So while there are 2 opposing alliances, there was something that both teams could work together towards to score points together. So a lot of that is emphasized in the robotics competition.
Because at competitions, every match you go in, there's 3 teams on your red alliance, and then there's 3 teams on the blue alliance. So depending on what side you're on, blue or red, you have to compete with 3 robots across the field, but work with 2 robots on your side of the field.
Wow. That was David and Morgan talking to us just now. Talking robotics, you're actually designing and building.
Yeah.
As a group.
Correct.
As a group.
Yep.
You meet after school.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. By the way, Carrie Work and George Flaherty are your school mentors, right?
Yes.
I want to thank them. George is here with you today. Who's the other lady out there?
That's my mom.
I thought so. Yeah. You can come in and take photos if you like.
She already did.
Okay, good. So at any rate, this is pretty exciting stuff. So, Matthew, what is the design? Can you announce what it is? Is it top secret? What are you guys working on this year?
Oh, no. This year, the game is called Stronghold, First Stronghold.
Come closer. That's good. Thank you.
This year, the game is called First Stronghold. It's got a medieval theme.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Yeah, every year the theme changes, and this year what you have to do is you have these around dodgeball-sized foam balls that you have to take in and shoot into a castle. But in between, the field is split into the 2 alliances, so you have the red side and the blue side. So your objective is to score your boulders into the opposing team's castle while crossing these defenses that are laid out across on each side of the field.
Is this everybody's opportunity to design this? I mean, all the teams have to do this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So you design something that makes this happen. And Bailey, how do you do that?
It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of hours after school, but it's worth it. It's it's a lot of teamwork. We have to split up into individual groups, and we think about a design. So there's a shooter group, and then there's a climber group, and then there's the drive train, and there's an actual programming group, and then we all have to work individually in our groups and then to come together to make the actual complete robot. So it's really fun.
I remember last year some of the students were talking about the great team effort that you have to pursue to make this all work, and the amount of hours it takes to make the robotics so successful. And Mr. Flaherty and Mrs. Work, they're there to help you and kind of oversee, and obviously someone's got to be there with you if you're staying after school. And this particular group is at Kennedy High School, and you have 20, how many?
29.
That's fantastic. That's just great. Were you in the group last year?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're all nobody's new to it this year.
No.
Are you seniors?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all seniors.
You're all seniors?
Yeah.
Do you have to be a senior to do it?
No.
No, but freshmen, incoming freshmen, we recently this year made a VEX team, which is another robotics competition. So that's considered the JV team. There's much smaller robots. Well, you can't see my hands how big it is, but it's much smaller than what we have because this year, in the frame perimeter, the limits is 120 inches. So the robots can be fairly large here, but in VEX competitions, they're fairly small. You can hold them in your hands.
Wow. And this concept, all this work together, really gives you a concept, too, for when you're in college or when you're in the corporate world working on a team of people who have concepts that you're working together to make a success. So it's rather helpful, probably,
Yeah,
right?
it's a very codependent enviorment.
I like that. That sounds really good. Tell us a bit about why you are interested in robotics. I'll start over with David.
Engineering. I mean, ever since I was a little kid, I've always loved building things. Started with Legos, so that's where that's from, that kind of whole interest in building and engineering. Well, I didn't know about engineering more so till high school. When I was a little kid back in middle school, I would think about architecture or something like that. But engineering kind of solidified it, and robotics is a fun way to actually get my interest out.
Really is, yeah. Morgan?
Coming from a Catholic school to a public high school that had offered ways to teach kids engineering was a big deal to me because public middle schools and even Girls Inc. and other clubs and things like that offer a lot of STEM programs, which is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So I had never been introduced to anything like this before. So you come in and Kennedy's does this thing called Club Day, and you sign up for all the clubs that you want to do, and you see kids just like you driving a robot around that they built. And then you join and you become the kid that built the robot.
That is cool. I saw photos of some of last year's robots. They're amazing. I wish we had a way to show and tell right now. Matthew, how about you? Why'd you get involved?
Well, I got involved because, like David, I started off really young building Legos and, wanting to understand how things like the gears of my bike work and all that. And when I saw the club day at Kennedy High School, I was really, really interested. I know my cousin, who is on a team out in Wolcott, was doing a robotics team similar to ours, and that got me really involved, and I wanted to do it myself and really learn and experience what he was doing and learn about engineering, which is what I wanted to do since I was a little kid.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And Bailey?
Well, I also came from a Catholic school, and this was a brand new concept to me, like a robotics team and engineering and everything, and it just seemed so amazing, seeing it. I joined sophomore year and just seeing everything, and I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to be part of something amazing, and there was a family, and just it was a great experience. From the outside and then inside, it's even better. I just love being on the team.
And when you're in school and you're doing everything else, it's great to be on with a group of kids that you're all working together on some special project. You get to know each other and other friends, etc. We're talking about the Kennedy Robotics crew, known as the Nuts and Bolts of Fury. Yeah. Team number 3525?
Yep.
How many teams are there in the area? I know you have Kennedy and Crosby.
There's...
But how many teams in the state, do you think?
Quite a bit.
A lot.
few, huh?
Probably at least...
100?
Yeah, at least
Around
100.
Yeah, wow, really?
Almost every town has one, mainly. Because at least Waterbury, we have a lot of high schools.
Yeah.
But most towns that just have one high school, they have one team.
Northeast is pretty crowded with robotics teams, although I think Michigan
Michigan has
the
upwards
most.
of 500 teams.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous out there.
We're going to find out a bit about your annual pasta dinner. You're going to engineer some pasta dinner, some pasta food for us, I guess. 1320 AM WATR, 19 past the hour. We'll be right back.
The Warner Stage Company is proud. We are.
1320 AM, 923. Tom Shute here with you. 37 degrees outside our Waterbury studios. In studio From the Kennedy High School robotics team, the nuts and bolts of fury, we have David and Morgan and Matthew and Bailey, just a portion of the crew that is going to be very involved in a couple of big events coming up very soon. And during the commercial break, I also double-checked their other school schedules like sports and music and theater and all this stuff. So you guys and gals are busy doing a lot of things.
Yep.
So it's a lot of demanding time, but it's great to be able to do all these things. And of course, you have to work on your actual grades as well, which is it's just great. It's a great camaraderie you have here. Now, we have a pasta dinner on Friday night, your 5th annual pasta dinner at the Kennedy High School cafeteria. This is a fundraiser for what the work you do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we go to and host the Waterbury event, and then we also compete at a second event in Maine. Mm-hmm. And then whether or not we qualify for New England Championships, those will be in Hartford. And then depending on how well we do at New England Championships, we could possibly go to World Championships in St. Louis, Missouri.
Wow.
So it's just a lot of money and time that we have to be prepared to spend.
So this really helps you to get help to build season, help build the robot. And are you actually cooking the pasta?
Yep.
Making the meatballs?
Yep.
All that stuff? Yeah.
Back in the kitchen.
Do you have mentor help? Is Mr. Flaherty going to be making meatballs and stuff and Carrie Worth?
Probably not.
You have
They'll just be
salad?
mediating it all.
Mediate. So you have salad, pasta.
Bread, sauce.
That's great. Do a lot of the students go?
Yeah. A lot of we have a big parent involvement on the team.
Good, that's great. That's 6 to 8 this Friday evening at the Kennedy High School cafeteria. Plenty of free parking. And how much is it?
$10.
$10 for pasta, meatballs, salad.
Coffee, cake.
That's great. And you get to meet these great kids who are going to be serving you and taking care of you. And on March 4th through 6th is the big competition, the Waterbury District event. And that is going to happen where?
Wilby High School.
Up at Wilby. Okay. Yep. I know last year was a really exciting time. A lot of teams were there, and a lot of photos were getting on Facebook, and I was checking out amazing things that you guys come up with. Yeah. Now, that's a free event, right?
Yep.
Completely free.
And from there, the competition, as you said, goes to Lewiston, Maine, April 7th through 9th.
Yes.
And from there, the XL Center in Hartford. And then, as you said, maybe the World Championship in Missouri. Very exciting stuff. So, now, what are you building again? Tell us what you're building.
We're building a robot that is, as of right now, 110 pounds. Mm-hmm. Yesterday was bag and tag. Yeah.
Wow.
Yesterday was bag and tag, which is the official last day of build season. You put your robot in a bag, you zip tie it closed, and you're not allowed to touch it until competition.
Really?
Yes.
So now it's bagged and tagged.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a NCIS or something. That's pretty cool. So it's done now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All over. Now we
all that
build
work.
the same robot again to practice driving with it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep. You have to send me some photos. Great. David, Morgan, Matthew, Bailey, thanks for being here today.
Thank you
so much. It's great to have you with us here at WATR, along with your mentors out there, George Flaherty and Carrie Work, who could not be here, and your mom, who helped get you all here from Kennedy High School in Waterbury. Great to meet you, and thanks for being here today. It is 9:27, 1320 AM WATR.
Medicare supplement.